Hi, I'm Cheryl Najafi with Cheryl Style, and I'm all about easy, dependable, just get in the kitchen recipes. And I'm so excited to share with you my chocolate dipped peanut butter bites. If you have 4 ingredients and 15 minutes, you are going to make a dessert that's gonna fly off the plate. You're gonna start by opening up a package of peanut butter cookies. You can use practically any kind of cookie you want for the filling, but I like the peanut butter flavor. So you're just gonna layer these in, and then we're gonna pulse them in typical food processor style. And pulse, on, off. You don't wanna just turn this on, because you're not trying to kill it. You're just trying to break it up so that it's like a graham cracker consistency. So I'm gonna take my spatula, I'm just gonna move everything down and make sure it's all combined. Perfect. And then I take my softened cream cheese. It's been sitting out, it's room temperature. I'm gonna use a knife and just break it up into 4 pieces and drop it into the food processor. Now you're going to add about ½ a teaspoon of vanilla, or a little bit more if you like it more vanilla-y, which I do. And then the secret is to add a couple of pinches of salt, because salt cuts sweet. You can add sugar to savory and salt to sweet. Again, we're gonna pulse. And when this cookie dough, quote unquote, forms a ball and sits on one side of the food processor, you're done. So now you can pop this into the refrigerator and let it sit for a few minutes to firm it up a little bit. Or if your kitchen's not too warm and you want to play with it, pull about like a rounded tablespoonful worth of the cookie dough and just use your hands and place them on a cookie sheet that's been lined with parchment paper. And I line the parchment paper because when we dip our balls in chocolate, they're not gonna make a mess and it's easy cleanup. There's so many Christmas cookies out there, and they're typically, you know, of the sugar cookie or the ginger snap variety. And I get a little competitive and I want my cookies to stand out at the cookie exchange. So I find with these, they're different, they're 3-dimensional, that they get noticed and people love them. And that's what it's all about. Okay, so I've got our little bites on my cookie sheet and I'm gonna pop these in the freezer while I melt the chocolate. So I'm taking my melting chocolates and I've got them over a double boiler, which means I've got water in the pan and I've got a bowl sitting on top. So the steam is actually going to melt the chocolates. I'm going to put the whole bag into your bowl and then they're just going to slowly melt over this boiling water. So I've got the chocolate melted. I'm going to give it a stir, making sure it's all melted. Now I have the chilled bites. And so this is so super easy. And you're going to drop the bite into the melted chocolate and move it around with your fork. And then remember that parchment paper I asked you to put on the cookie sheet? This is why, because these chocolate dipped bites are gonna go right on the parchment paper. So it's like they won't stick and it's totally easy to clean up. You're gonna shake off any excess, shake it off, and you're going to cover up any transgressions, any holes that you've made with the toothpicks. And you're gonna do it again. It's so super easy. 4 ingredients, 15 minutes, and you've got a homemade dessert that's so super easy and ready for the holidays. For more tips, tricks, and ideas, great recipes, go to cherylstyle.com. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like it if you love this recipe, and please comment below. I love reading and interacting with you. Just get in the kitchen.